Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to show you how to do routine maintenance on a Stihl FS91 string trimmer. Alright guys, so it is the off season. It's time to do some maintenance. This is a Stihl FS91. It's got the bike handle. If this had the loop handle, it would be the FS91R. So what we're going to do in this video is 6 steps. We're going to replace the spark plug, the air filter, the fuel filter. We're going to do a couple things with the head to keep it operating smoothly. And then we're going to check the spark arrestor to make sure that screen is clear. Now I got all these items at my local Stihl dealer. They don't sell a lot of stuff online. You have to get it from the dealer. But I will put the part numbers in the description under the video. I will also put some links to some aftermarket parts if you want to go that route and save a little money. Or you can just go to your local Stihl dealer. Either way you want to do it. Now before we start, what we're going to do is dump out this gas, because we're going to be fishing the fuel filter out of this tank, and that's just going to save us from making a big mess. It's also just the off season now, so it's good to get the gas out of the tanks so it doesn't break down over the winter. So we'll start with the spark plug. Now to get this little access door open, there's just one screw, and you can take that screw out with the tool that all Stihl equipment comes with. You can call it a T-wrench, you can call it a scrunch, whatever you want, but it's a T27 bit on there to remove that screw. So we'll remove that little access door, and then here is our spark plug. So we'll just pop this boot off gently. Just kind of move the boot to the side, and there is our spark plug. We're going to use that same wrench to remove it. Then we'll put our new NGK spark plug in. You can put a little dielectric grease in the boot if you want. And again, I'll put the part numbers below the video in the description, but you always want to start these by hand so you don't cross thread it. So you just want to hand tighten that until that gasket's making contact. Then you can use your wrench to snug it up a bit. Just about a half turn is plenty. You don't need to go too tight. Then we'll pop the boot back on. Then put the door back on. And that's your spark plug. Now the fuel filter. So we'll go ahead and take off the gas cap. Now as you can see, that fuel filter is way down in that tank. So to get that out, what you can do is make a little hook out of a piece of wire or an old coat hanger or something like that. Or sometimes you can reach it with a pair of needle nose pliers. So I'm going to go ahead and fish this out with my little hook. I'm just going to try to get a hold of that fuel line. And just kind of bring that filter up to the top of the gas tank. Now you don't want to pull too hard on this filter, or you'll just pull it right out of the fuel line. You want to make sure you have a hold of this fuel line. Then you can remove the fuel filter, then put your new one in. And then just drop it back down into the tank. Now we can put the cap back on the gas tank. And now for the air filter, we're going to take this cover off the air box the same way with that T-wrench. Take the cover off. I like to wipe off around the filter while it's still on. That way we don't get any debris down into the air intake. So there's the old one. Definitely needed replacing. We'll put our new one on. Make sure you seat it down all the way. Then we'll put our cover back on. So now the head, the first thing I'm going to do is just take this off to clean out any debris or fishing line. As you can see, that's under here. I use this around a fishing pond a lot, and people leave fishing line laying all over the place, and it always gets tangled up under here. So I'm going to take the head off. This may not be as big of an issue for you, but you might have some dirt and debris under here, so it's good to take it off when you do maintenance. So right here in the head there's a hole, and this little stick tool comes with the trimmer. You put that down in here and you will turn the head until you feel that snap down into place, and then it'll catch like that. Then you can remove the head. And as you can see, I got some fishing line all wrapped up in there, so I'll go ahead and clean that out. Take this plate off, and we've got a ton of fishing line in there as well. All kinds of stuff, even got some sinkers up under here, and even more in there. So we'll get all that out of there. Now we can put it back together. You can see there's a notch right here where that little tool grabs and keeps that from spinning, so you can put the head back on. Now what we're going to do is actually grease this gear head. So we're going to use some of this Stihl super lube, and all you have to do is remove this bolt right here using that same tool. It's that T27, and we'll take that out, and this tube will attach right to this grease point, and we can get some grease into this gear head. So this tube will thread right on. And we're just going to squeeze some grease into here and kind of rotate the head while we're doing it. And when you feel a little resistance, meaning there's no more room for grease to enter, then you're finished. Then we can put our bolt back in. And tighten it up. Now the last thing we're going to do is check this spark arrestor screen. So there's a screen over the exhaust right here, and it's important to check this from time to time because you can get carbon buildup on this, and then your machine can't breathe and it will bog down. So it's only held in by one screw, and you need a T20 bit to remove that screw. Then you can just take that screen out with some needle nose pliers, and if it is covered in carbon buildup, what you can do is you can either use a propane torch and burn that carbon off, or you can spray that with some carb cleaner and scrub it with a wire brush and clean it that way. But you just put your screwdriver right in here, remove that one screw, this one doesn't look too bad. You can see through it. Sometimes these get so gunked up with carbon that you can't even see through it, but If we can see through it, we know it can at least breathe somewhat, but we'll clean it up real quick anyways and then throw it back in. Now we can just slide that screen back in. It has a little channel that it fits in. Then we can put that one screw back in that holds it in place. And that's it. Performing those 6 annual maintenance steps should keep your machine running smoothly. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.